Hello everyone, I am Sojourner Santanu. Join me as we explore the iconic Dakshineshwar Temple. Dakshineshwar, the workshop of Sri Ramakrishna Paramhansa. Have you ever stood by a river that seemed to whisper stories of faith of awakening, of the divine hidden in every day? On the eastern bank of Ganga, near Kolkata, stands a place where God was not only worshipped but experienced. This is the Dakshineshwar Kali Temple, a place that became the workshop of Ramakrishna Paramhansa, one of India's greatest mystics. The story begins in the mid 19th century. A pious and courageous woman named Rani Rashmoni, a widow and philanthropist, had a dream. She envisioned the Divine Mother instructing her to build a temple on the banks of the Ganga, and so in 1847 she purchased vast land at Dakshineshwar and began constructing a grand temple dedicated to Bhavatarini, the saviors of the world, a form of goddesses Kali. The temple complex would later include 12 shrines of Lord Shiva, a Vishnu temple, and beautiful bathing ghat, a vision of harmony and devotion. But what makes the Dakshineshwar truly sacred is not only its architecture, it is presence of one extraordinary soul in 1855. The young priest Gadadhar Chattopadhyay arrived here. He was just in the 20s, gentle, pure hearted, and filled with a burning longing to see the Divine Mother face to face. Soon, the temple that Rani Rashmoni built became something far greater, a spiritual laboratory for Ramakrishna's experiments with God. Day after day, Ramakrishna worshipped Ma Bhavatarini with childlike devotion, but his prayers were not mechanical rituals, they were cries from the soul. He would decorate the mother's image, sing songs, and sometimes weep uncontrollably, unable to bear the pain of separation from her. And one day, his yearning broke all boundaries. In a moment of divine ecstasy, he saw the image of the goddesses come alive. The mother of the universe are revealing herself to her child. That vision changed him forever Dakshineshwar was no longer a temple of stone, it became a living heart of devotion. But what made Ramakrishna different from all other saints was his boldness of spirit. At Dakshineshwar, he explored not just Hindu paths but Islam and Christianity too. He prayed like a Muslim, meditated like on Christ, and realized that all paths lead to the same truth. For him, religion was not a doctrine, it was an experience. He once said, as many faiths, so many paths. That message, born in his quiet temple courtyard, would later travel across oceans through his great disciple Swami Vivekananda, who carried it to the world. The Dakshineshwar temple complex is a marvel of Bengali architecture. As its center rises, the nine spined Navaratna temple, crowned like a lotus opening to the sky. The image of Ma Bhavatarini Kali stands upon the Lord Shiva's chest, symbolizing the eternal dance of creation and dissolution. To her north are 12 identical Shiva temples standing in two elegant rows, each facing the river, serene, symmetrical, timeless. A little to one side of the Radha Krishna temple, representing love and devotion in its purest form. The gentle sound or the conch, the fragrance of incense, the chanting of mantras, everything here creates a rhythm of spiritual beauty. But beyond all this, you can still feel the presence, the silent glow of Ramakrishna's realization. Dakshineshwar was also where destiny brought together some of the brightest souls of the 19th century. Here came Mathur Babu, Rani Rashmoni's son-in-law, who became Ramakrishna's devoted follower. Here came Narendranath Datta, the young man who would love, later became Swami Vivekananda, the voice of India's spiritual heritage. And here under the trees and verandas of the temple courtyard, countless seekers found peace, faith, and awakening. Even today, if you visit early in the morning when the sun rises over the Ganga and the first bell rings, you can still feel that came sacred pulse. The same air that carried Ramakrishna's songs, the same courtyard where he danced to ecstasy, and the same temple where Rani Rashmoni's dream still lives on. Stand by the ghat for a while, watch the river how flow, listen to the chants of Ma Kali, Jai Ma Kali, and in that moment you will understand what Ramakrishna meant when he said, God is in everything. Why search elsewhere? In our restless, random, modern world, Dakshineshwar offers something timeless. A reminder that spiritually is not an escape but a transformation. It teaches us that the divine can be found not only in rituals but in love, service, and simplicity. That one can worship in a temple or in a human heart. Maybe that's why, after more than 150 years, people still flock here, not just to see the temple, but to feel the peace that Ramakrishna felt. Dakshineshwar remains his worship of the soul, where God was realized not in heaven, but in the heart of humanity. At the evening, lamps glow and the river reflects the temple heights. You can almost hear his noise, his voice in the wind, gentle, playful, filled with divine joy. The Mother is everywhere, in every smile, in every tear, in every life. And maybe that's the real message of the Dakshineshwar, that God does not live in distant worlds, but right here, where love becomes devotion and devotion becomes God. So, the Dakshineshwar, where faith becomes experience. Oh, this is the end of Dakshineshwar episode. If any comment is there, please drop in the comment box. Thank you.